We're here today with Dr. Joan Parkin and Hannah Caress from Feather River. And we're here at San Quentin to speak to the inmates about our new program that Feather River is bringing into our campus. So therefore, Joan, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure, thanks, Karen.
So Joan, in a few words, please describe your overall program that you have for Feather River coming into San Quentin.
Sure, Karen. It's an associate's degree program, so it's a 2-year program. It's transferable to the CSU system, California State University system, and the CU system, California University, such as Berkeley. It is a liberal arts. It satisfies the general breadth requirements for the CSUs. It's a liberal arts major with a humanities focus, and we have approximately 20 instructors, and students will take 4 classes per semester over a period of 3 years to earn their associate's degree. We use a cohort system, so all the students begin with the same courses to create learning environments, and then after taking everything from philosophy to Shakespeare to French to their labs, after 3 years they will have a big graduation, with the robes and caps and media and officials and wardens, etc., and we will bring these students to the successful completion of their associate studies.
So, Joan, how would an inmate enroll in Feather River?
Inmates from the general population and also inmates from death row can simply send a memo to Karen Williams, and Karen Williams is part of the VEP program for education, and she will send a call right out to Feather River College to our staff. We will send a registration application, and you fill out the registration application, take the AccuPlacer, which will place you in reading and math, and then you'll be part of our program.
Okay.
It's that simple. Just send a memo to Karen, whether you're on the row or in general population. We have an open slots right now.
How would an inmate get their books and their materials and their supplies?
Actually, we provide the books, the supplies, and all the materials. They'll be sent to your education department, and then your education officials will distribute them throughout the institution. So you don't have to apply for any of the materials. The books are free, but they're on loan, and the supplies are they're yours to keep, and the course materials are also yours to keep. So all you have to do is contact again a memo to Karen if you were missing anything, if you didn't have the right book, for example, if there was a course piece that was missing, you just let Karen know about it.
So, Joan, what other institutions are you at, and what made you choose San Quentin as the next institution? Okay,
well, we began at CCC in Susanville, and then we expanded to CCWF, which is Central California Women's Facility. We were at Valley State, but now the women are over at CCWF. Also, we have some students at Folsom. We're at Pelican Bay State Prison, and Corcoran, SATF 1, and Yard C. And I think that's it. We came to San Quentin. We actually had a student named Mike Holmes who transferred here, and part of our policy is that when some of our students out of our cohorts end up transferring, we see them as seeds, and so when they come to the institution, we're actually able to get to know other educational officials that are within that system, and so it can be the beginning of program growth. And so Mike Holmes was a real little pioneer for us, kind of opened the door at San Quentin. But then, of course, there's so much more to San Quentin than just simply coming in on a transfer. San Quentin is a historic place, and in many ways San Quentin represents a lot of what we believe in, which is that we need to bring in education to reduce recidivism. And we want education actually to run through, college education, higher learning to run throughout the prisons in California. We see the community colleges, that they should be the infrastructure for re-entry, for the re-entry process. And what better place than San Quentin, an amazing place. And whether you are in general population or you're in the row, and education is key. It's not just about what degree am I going to get, although you do end up with an associate's degree in liberal arts, but it's also about freeing your mind. I mean, it is a cliche, but it's so true that you can chain the body, but you can't chain the mind. And so I have found that actually the incarcerated, when they're learning, they give a true meaning to what it is to learn, because it's all about learning. It's all about expanding your knowledge, and it's not just any knowledge. It's knowledge about history and politics and philosophy and literature, learning how to write and how to think critically. There is nothing second to that. And so we see is from the moment I walked into San Quentin, I could tell things were different here. I could tell that we were in a place that could actually help spearhead this project to bring rehabilitation into the all the prisons through higher learning, through a college education. I think college education should be a requirement. Just like the GED is a requirement, college education should be also a requirement. And I think we're at a good start. I couldn't be happier to be here. I've never met so many inspired, excited individuals, both in the educational staff and in the inmate population, our future students. So sign up if you're in the row or GP. Help us bring this mission to the state of California.
Joan, I have a question here from an inmate, from one of our students, and they were wondering, they're going to be taking French, and the VEP coordinators, can certainly help them, but they were wondering, since we don't speak French, would there be additional tutoring available?
That would certainly be helpful, wouldn't it? Well, first of all, there will be videos that will supplement that course, and we are bringing in more and more videos for all of our courses, so they'll be supplemental, and those will be running on a loop, and so there will be that form of tutoring. But we also visit once a month, and you'll be able to come and meet with me, or you can meet with your other instructors, and they can help you in math and in English and other areas of study. For example, we just happen to have Hannah Kress here today, and Hannah Kress is one of our English instructors, and she has often gone to the prisons with us. Would you talk to us a little bit about your experiences teaching and tutoring in the prisons?
Well, teaching here and in other prisons has been very interesting because compared with so many students in community colleges with on-site classes, the people here are kind of starting at the beginning of learning, which is with the desire to actually want to pay attention and learn something. And so I have found that the most interesting students I've been working with for a very long time are people in prisons. They're more mature, they're ready to look at their own experiences, and perhaps most importantly, they're open enough to want to communicate and share. And learning is really about sharing. So that's what we do. If we're reading Shakespeare, we're sharing the ideas that Shakespeare is sharing with us, and that's what learning is about, is sharing ideas.
Thank you, Joan. So we're going to wrap up, but just one additional question. Tell us a little bit what's happening this summer, and what the connection would be to Condemned Row.
Well, this summer we have opened our program up to the general population at San Quentin, and so we have one class, a French class, that we can fill. So anyone that wants to take French this summer, it is part of the CSU requirements for transfer and the UC requirements for transfer to a four-year college, which we're actively looking for a four-year college to be able to take our over 150 graduates that have come out of different prisons thus far. As far as the condemned, actually we want to begin a full cohort on death row at San Quentin. We have a very eclectic program, and one area that we do not have any students from is death row. We have everything from level 1s to 2s to 3s to 4s, but we wanted to bring in students from the row because we believe that it's very important for a person to get an education. A mind is a horrible thing to waste. And so you can enter the program now, and you can take 3 to 4 courses right now, and we will bring you into that 3-year student educational plan where you can finish your degree. For those that are on the condemned unit, they can register right away. We have a full course load for them. We want them to begin their student educational plan right now. We have at least 20 seats available for them, and they should contact you, Karen Williams. Send a you save them. How about that? Would that work? You save them, and immediately, because the summer session starts at the end of May. You'll take a few courses in the summer, and then you'll start up with 4 courses in the fall, another 4 courses in the spring. Within a couple of years, you'll have your associate's degree. So especially to those that are in the condemned unit, we want to send a special note that we're really excited. We've already had a couple sign up, and so I'm sure the spaces will fill rather quickly once they see this message. So if you do want to go to college, please contact Karen. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Hannah. I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
And we look
Thank you.
forward to working together and to getting some graduates. We're going to have some graduations here.
We'll look
All right.
forward to it.
Yay. Thanks, Karen.